Brian from Erie, PA. I wouldn't even bother mentioning, except the president made such a fuss over it. Whilst. Did he write whilst in his email? Do you reprint these actually?
Yeah.
Wow, I love whilst. Love that word. On the, I believe that was the 4th stage, and you could go onion or not onion, in the Boy Scouts, right after We Blow, which I didn't even want to make We Blow. I was a wolf, and I was bear, and then maybe it's the Cub Scouts. And I said, what's the next stage? And they said, We Blow. And I said, I'm out. I'm going to stop right here at bear. Because I don't want to tie that knot going into We Blow. What happened to me in bear? I remember being in a Boy Scout camp out one night, and some of the We Blows, and they did, peed into our tent. Assholes. That's when I got out. Peed. Like 8. In the woods. Not on our, but on our bottom of our sleeping bag. Crazy. I wouldn't even bother mentioning it, except the president made such a fuss over it whilst on the campaign trail. I am speaking, of course, of the American flag lapel pin that once again graces the jacket of our newly minted Commander-in-Chief. Yeah, well, listen, you can do all that bullshit on the trail where you're trying to get the job. When you actually get the job and they tell you that you're now sending the 17,000 kids, into Afghanistan and reinvigorating that part of the war, and some of them are going to die, yeah, you run to that pin for no other reason so you can sleep at night. So good for him. I don't point at him and say, you said you would. None of that. That is the serious part of the job. All the rest seems like jerk-off stuff to me. But that part, yeah, I'd go to the flag too, because you have to remember when you're putting those kids in that, look at me and go, why do you let me do this? I'm not on the radio. It's so crazy that I do that. It's like Pavlov's dog. I was wondering, I was thinking, why is this hard today? I'm having such a hard time connecting with these people. Because I've got... all right, the rest of the question. Back during the election, or perhaps slightly before, Obama stated that many use the said pin as an artificial substitute for actual patriotism, and as such, he would no longer wear one. So, Dennis, why am I the only one who's noticed this? No, you're not, Eric. I mean, Brian from Erie, PA. Other people have noticed it, but I think I answered it earlier. There's campaigning, which is bullshit, and then there's the presidency, which to a large degree is bullshit, except for the commander-in-chief facet of it, which is serious. That's the real world. So all the rest of it's yank-yank, but that part's serious, and you best know why you're putting kids in harm's way, and it's to protect America, and therefore you wear the emblem of America, and I believe he's sincere about it. I don't think it's, at this point, I think it gets really serious when you walk down that portico at night and they go, sir, sign this order, we're sending 17,000 kids in there. Yeah, I think it focuses you. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.